saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw now, Shuck. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield is spotted at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Gone. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 25. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With his 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. That stop made by Jack Campbell. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. 3rd and 9 here. There's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Chuck. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Detroit.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's Shuck. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Goff. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing 1 play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Shuck now to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devon Bailey, 39 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Chase Young able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's gone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A swing pass here to Edwards. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
19-18.
Shuck again. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Again, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, 70 left, 7 Go.
To throw is Shuck. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Brock Wright
from 6 yards away.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
To throw now, Shuck. He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
90, ready, 70 Lion. Hey, smash. Go.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
50 yards.
And the Saints are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Like 20.
Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Shuck. Dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Let's go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You know when I could tell this is going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Throwing, Shuck.
Over the middle, he finds Vele. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devon Vele. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
To throw is gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 6.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Set, hut. 60 red. 60 red. Set, hut.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To the left side, he finds Teslam. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Goff now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Oh, he shifts past him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Miller is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th if they had to try the onside kick, can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Red, 38. Fury, yellow. Hut, hut.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 23 yards, the final tally.
Blue, 32. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. Set. 45. White. Set.
And they take a knee.
Set. Hut. Black 40.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.